Okay, we're live.
Yeah. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Everyone. Welcome back to another art class. And I'm Nimmy Melvin here. So we have Twinkle here. So she's also moderating the class. So you might be thinking what we are going to draw. And we're going to choose this cute picture for today's drawing. So we're going to draw a red squirrel. And I'll show you
Exciting.
how I'll show you how to draw with simple shapes and basic lines and sketches. Another thing is we have to use pencil, the materials that we are going to use. Okay, so I'm going to
Mm,
use this book, and then a pencil, normal pencil, eraser, and a Sharpie. Okay, these are the materials we need, and you can use any materials like oil pastels or color pencils or crayons, any materials you can use for coloring this. Okay, and if you want to paint it, you can do that too, no problem. Okay, yeah, and then so if you have any questions about the steps or anything, you can put it in the chat so Twinkle can help you with that questions. And yeah, we'll start now.
yes.
We are not know, talking too much, so let's start the drawing and then we will take questions in.
Mhm.
I'll try to answer the questions. Just keep your paper vertically for this drawing. And it's okay if you're kind of slow, or if you can't catch up with the drawing, that's okay. You can watch the video here in this YouTube, so no worries. Okay, just slowly draw it. So I'm going to start. So when you start, you have to compose it nicely. That the main image, the main subject should be in the middle, kind of in the middle. Okay, so this much space I'm going to use for the squirrel. So I'm going to mark it. Okay, just mark lightly with a lighter normal pencil. I'm using a mechanical pencil. Okay, so I will take this much space, almost. Okay, we'll change in between. Okay, so this much space we're going to use for the squirrel, and I'm going to divide the space into two. Yeah, the space for the head and space for the body. So I'm going to take this much space for the head and this much space for the body. So it's kind of yeah, 3 finger or 4 finger space. Both are okay. And let's start with the shapes. First, I'm going to draw one straight line in the middle. Yeah, kind of in the middle. A plus sign, okay? So this is the axis of the head. So this will help you to draw easily. Can I go a tiny bit closer to this? Okay. So I just did a plus sign for the head. And let's start with a kind of, kind of diamond, rectangle, and diamond shape. The top part is kind of flat. Then you can see kind of trapezoid shape. Then I'm going to take this line with a curve. I'm making a rounded shape at the bottom. Something like this. Just soften the edges. If you have a straight line or a sharp corner, just soften the edges with curve. Yeah, so this plus sign is looking kind of to the side. So I'm going to make it in the middle. So make all your lines very light so that you can erase and correct the mistakes. So this is the shape for the head. Now I'm going to add the ear. So just add a triangle-like shape, curves for the triangle. Instead of straight line, we are using curves for the triangle. Yeah, we will change it a little bit, okay? When we finish the whole drawing, and if it is not looking good, we'll change a little bit to correct the overall look. Now we have to draw the body. So I'm going to start from here. So I'm going a little bit faster. You can watch this, okay? You can replay this video after the session and you can still practice this drawing, okay? So I'm going to start from here. I'm making a small S shape, like a backward S shape curve for the body, the back of the body, kind of like this, like a backward S from the side. So always compare the shape and the position where you need to start the drawing. So when you look at this drawing, it is a little bit below this line, but it is more closer to this line than this one. So just compare it so you will get the correct position. Okay, and then I'm going to connect it with this line. And again, I'm going to start another line. So this line is closer to this vertical line. Very close to this vertical line. Okay, compare that shapes and, the measurements and all. And then I'm going to take this line with a kind of curve, but not curved like this, okay? When you compare this curve and this curve, this is more rounded curve. So always compare the shapes and lines with the nearest ones. So kind of like this. Oh, look at that shape. It's looking like a flower vase, right? Yeah. And another thing is we have to draw the tail. So is there any question, Twinkle, so that we can answer this much?
We don't have any questions for now.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So when you look at this head is like a 3-finger or 4-finger space, and this is 1-hand space. And we started with a plus sign in the middle, and we added this kind of shape with a kind of curve at the bottom and kind of trapezoid at the top. Okay, so overall we'll get this shape, head shape. Then we did some curves on both sides and make a rounded half circle at the bottom. Now we're going to draw the tail from this position. Okay, just mark where you need to start. And you can take this line, same type of curve, but this time this is going to be a little bit longer and bigger. Yeah, you can see when you compare this, see the curve is almost same, but this looks bigger, right? Yeah, so it's just above the head, kind of aligned with the ear. When you keep your pencil, you can see they both are in the same line. Okay. And then I'm going to draw another curve, like a rounded shape, and that is starting from here, from that same line. Make a nice U shape. U shape means upside down U shape. And you can take this line. Maybe you can connect it with this ear on the side, or else you can take this line and then connect here. Both are okay. So I'm going to keep the finished one on the side so you can see that comparison. So any type of line is fine. So you can connect this line to the side of the ear, or else you can take that line according to your space. And if you like this line, you can do this way. Yeah, I like this, but you can compare both, which one you like, you can do accordingly. So now something is missing, right? So it doesn't have legs or hands. So we're going to draw that. So I'm going to start from here, closer to the head, closer to the head. So another thing you have to remember, this point is closer to this side, like a left side of the body than this right side. So this point is closer to the head and this left side of the body. This is the point I'm going to start. Okay. And then you can draw, yeah, kind of trapezoid shape. When you look at this shape, this is kind of trapezoid shape. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, if it is a closed shape, it will look like this. But we are not making closed shape. We are just making this way, this much, okay? And then another long oval-like shape. Yeah, long oval-like shape for the hand. Yeah, same thing. You can do another trapezoid-like shape here. And then And then you can draw oval this way, just opposite. So it will touch each other here. See, oval, small oval, big long oval, trapezoid, bigger trapezoid, a smaller trapezoid. Okay. Done? Just compare, just roughly draw, okay? This is a rough sketch, so that's why I'm using lighter lines. Another thing you can see is a lot of lines, it's a lot of messy lines, so we are still working on the rough draft. When we finalize the drawing, we'll erase all this messy lines so we can correct the mistakes or we can clarify the shapes and lines. Yeah. And then I'm going to start this big curve for the, the thigh. So you can see this is closer to this one. So it's kind of here. Just mark it. And then you can make a big, long, backward C shape. Closer to this part, so we can draw the leg here. So leg is kind of long triangle-like shape with a curve on the side. See, long rectangle, sorry, not triangle, rectangle-like shape and with a curve on the side here. Smoothen that edges to make a nice rounded shape. Same thing, we have to draw the other leg here. So we can see only this much. So just add a straight line and a curve. Yeah, we got the overall shape. Now we have to add the tiny details. So I'm going to erase some messy lines and I'm going to clean up the drawing, okay? Just to clean up the drawing so it will look a little bit better. I'm not erasing completely. Don't erase it completely because these are very light lines. Just to clarify the shapes. Yeah. Now we're going to do the tiny detail. So you might have noticed one thing. We are drawing the basic shapes and overall the shape of the body. Then only we will go into the smaller details. So you can draw eye any way you like. See, for the squirrel, the eye is kind of away from the center. So it is not towards the center. It is a little bit away, kind of closer to the this part. When you put the eye, just position it that way. You can draw eye like this circle, or you can just simply draw a dot. Anything is fine. Oh, look at that. One circle is smaller and one circle is bigger. That is wrong. I want to make sure these two circles are almost same. Yes, kind of same, right? Yeah. And if you want to make it really cute, you can draw eyebrow like this. Just a tiny line. So that will give a nice expression to the squirrel's face. Look at that, it looks so cute. And can you see the tiny glow in the eye? So for that, we have to leave a tiny gap when we color with Sharpie or color pencil. So just mark a small tiny circle anywhere you like, okay? It's just a reflection of the eye. I mean, reflection of the light inside the eyeball. So it can be anywhere. It can be at the top right corner or top left corner. Both are okay. Next thing is we have to draw this lighter part of the face here, this kind of snout. So just draw that curve like a big R shape, rainbow shape. Any questions, Twinkle? So I think everything is good, right?
Yeah. We have question from, is it Ramian? Can we do it with any pencil or any type of pencil for outline?
You can use any pencil. This is just a mechanical pencil I'm using. So another thing you have to remember is when you start drawing, your pencil should be sharp enough. So don't use like a unsharpened pencil. So that is another thing you can give a more quality to the lines for the fine lines. So use sharpened any pencil, HB, 2B, or 2H. Yeah, any dark or light pencil.
Okay,
For the
thank
sketching,
you.
yeah, we will not use a 6B or 7B or anything, but until 2B is fine. Yeah, 2B is also very good pencil for sketching. So now we're going to draw this little nose like a V shape, small V, closer to this curve. And you can draw the mouth any way you like. So I just did a curve here, but if you want to give like O shape, like an expression, maybe you can draw a small circle. Or if you want to do any other expression like a sad face, so just change it, okay? If you like a different expression on the face, you can do it. See, for this, I'm going to do this curve on the side to make it extra cute for this comic character. Yeah. So sometimes we can, we don't need to follow this x-axis or for adding the details. So just to make it cute, I'm adding the curve on the side of that vertical straight line. Okay. So we finished it. Now I'm going to connect this hand to this head and this line to the curve. So we can color it nicely. So this line will separate two different regions of the body. So this is lighter part, tummy part, and this is darker. Yeah. So we finished the main subject, and you can draw anything in the background. And if you want to do something instead of this, acorn, I'm going to draw a branch of acorn tree. But if you want to do a different thing like a flower, or if you just need to draw a maybe a small acorn, you can simply draw it. Okay, anything is fine. I'm going to draw a big long branch, a curve or straight line, and then maybe we can add some leaves, one straight line for the center of the leaf, and then you can start from this tip and add some wavy line. Okay, let's add one acorn with an oval shape, and then divide this. So this will be darker area. It can be green or brown, and this will be kind of lighter yellow or lighter green area. Okay, yeah. So this is what we are drawing, and I did two leaves here. But if you want to add, just one leaf, that is also fine, because I'm going to do only one leaf for this session. Yeah, just simple. Everything simple, but you can change according to your ideas and imagination. So he can sit on a piece of branch, like on a tree trunk, or it can be on the grass. Anything is okay. So I'm going to add this same grass. Add few lines to show the grass. We can simply color, both are okay. And I'm adding some big long bush on the side. Yeah, anything is fine. So I'm doing minimal thing. You can work on the details, background details later. Maybe you can add a tree on the side and add a small bird, so they both can talk each other, and you can add some speech bubble. It will be very nice if you do some smaller details. So let's start with this one. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to add these lines for the hand and leg. So two lines. Okay, two lines are fine. So I'm going to do a Sharpie outline quickly. Okay, if you have more ideas in the background, if you want to add something, you can work on it after this. Okay. Yeah. So let's finish the Sharpie outline, and then we will, give some explanation about the colors and everything. So you can go that time also, Twinkle. So I'm
We have
taking.
a question from Vidya.
Mhm.
Is it okay if we add our own things?
Of course, they can do anything they like. I just want to see, their version of squirrel drawing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Even
So
they can
cute.
add a unicorn. Yeah.
I love birds. I think
Yeah.
birds on the top are good.
Yes, birds will match with this overall scene. Yeah. Anything is fine.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to erase this line, so don't outline this straight line. These are guidelines. It's when you do Sharpie or when you use a marker, make sure you erase that line. Yeah, you can use Sharpie or marker. If you are not painting, you can use any black marker. But if you're painting, only use Sharpie. See, I can see some lines at the tip of the ear too. Then I'm going to add this line, some oval shape, and some lines for the grass. This is not really very important, okay? If you're coloring, you don't need to do all these lines. Yeah, I can color with green or dark green or light green or yellow, any color you like.
We
Yeah.
have a question from Roson.
Mm-hmm.
How can I draw a bird?
Oh, I'll show you that on a different paper. So if you want to draw a bird, maybe you can draw with some small shapes like, see, just make it really cute so it will look beautiful with this composition. So start with an oval and you can add a big eye, tiny eyebrow, and then a beak. And you can add the tail. So if it is sitting on a branch, you can simply draw a curve like this and you can add like this.
So cute.
Yeah, it is so cute. It's very simple this way. And if you want to make this bird fly, you just chain the wings. That's it. Just follow all the other steps.
Mhm.
And then you can add one straight line and curves like this. And erase this line inside. And if you want to draw the other wing, so just add a small straight line from the back of the body and then repeat the same shape. So it's cute. So just add some lines so it will look like it's flying, some action lines.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah,
adding the details.
yeah, yeah. This is fine. This is enough. Simple.
I remember the Angry Bird
Yeah,
cartoons.
it's kind of angry bird. That is so cute, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Thank you.
keep it. Yeah, maybe I can keep it on the side like this. So, Twinkle, you can explain about the class. So,
Oh yeah.
well,
Yeah, let me show my screen so we can explain our the process for the enrollment. It's very quick. Okay. So this is nimisart.com. You can go to nimisart.com and then you can see the online art classes. We have two new modes for classes, live plus video and video only. And then we have our um, time slots there, two time slots. You can choose any time slots that available for you. And then we have 5 to 7 years and then 8 to 12 years. Below of the 8 to 12 years, you can see all those recommendations, and then um, you can hit the enroll button. And then if you have a friend who referred you, you can add their email and just fill in everything. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Uncle.
And we also have two new mediums, Miss Nimi.
Yeah. So for this, oops. So for 8 to 12 years, so we have age group, two age groups, right? So for
Mhm.
8 to 12 years, we are going with two different mediums than last year. So that is one is gouache. So this is the medium we are going to use, gouache. You can see this just like an acrylic paint. It's very close to acrylic paint, but it can reactivate with water, so that texture and is different. The result is going to be a little bit different. Okay, and you can use any brand you like. This is artist, so this is a really good one. It has a lot of colors, that's why I'm going to use this one. Another thing is you can use this one too. This is also gouache. Oh, this is nice brand I got from Amazon. Both are okay. So I'm simply telling so what I'm going to use in our class, gouache. Okay. Another medium is we're going to use some charcoal pencil, charcoal shading and drawing. So it's a very good. So these are some charcoal pencil, and we can learn different elements of art with charcoal, like values, shading, and all that thing. Okay, so this is a really good medium for doing an advanced study in drawing and shading. So these are the two mediums we are using instead of all the normal mediums. Okay, so the normal mediums that we are using in the class are oil pastels, watercolor, acrylic, and some Sharpie sketching and drawing in some classes. Yeah, that's all about the mediums. So if you have any questions or anything, you can put it in the chat about the mediums or anything, so we can help you answer that questions. So let's start coloring. I know everybody is waiting. I hope everybody finished the drawing. And you can add anything in the background later too. Okay, if you didn't finish now, you can do it later. I'm erasing all the pencil lines because neatness is really important in painting and coloring. Yes, this looks good. So go to do one line here. Yeah, you noticed it. Okay. So now let's talk about the colors. So I'm going to use these oil pastels. So you can use crayons, color pencils, or oil pastels. Okay. These are the mediums I'm recommending for this one. And I'm going to choose these colors: orange, brown, and yellow orange. If you have some darker yellow, like a yellow orange color, you can use these two colors. So I'm going to mix these three colors for squirrel. Another option is, if you don't want to color with orange and brown, maybe you can take gray color for the squirrel. I have seen gray, dark brown color. So any color is fine. So these are the colors I'm going to use. Okay. So don't keep your colors on the paper. You can keep it on a rough paper near. And another color is for the body. This part is going to be really light. So you can use gray, or a tiny bit of yellow plus white is also fine. If you're doing gray color for the body, maybe you can use yellow plus white for the tummy, or else for me, I can take gray because I'm not doing gray color here. So these are the color combinations for the squirrel. So let's start. And everything else you know, right? It's very simple. And I'll start with the dark color in each color combination, that is brown. Okay. So outline the squirrel with brown only for the border. Okay. Wherever you need this color, you can do outlines. I'm going to keep it. Okay. Just give a border with dark color. This is just a normal brown color. It's not dark brown. It's just a normal light brown. Just give a nice border. Then we will mix orange and yellow orange inside. And you can see I'm doing it very carefully without touching the colored area. First, I did a brown border for this face. Now I'm going to take orange, the next color. So this is the order: dark, medium, and light. Orange is the medium tone. So I'm taking orange. I'm going to do a little bit shading inside. Shading means I'm not pressing too hard. I'm just softly doing. That's why I just said it's kind of shading. And I'm going to mix the next color into the orange, same orange. So these two colors will blend and mix, make a nice, beautiful color for this squirrel. And it's okay if you're colored over, if you're coloring over this eyes, you can take your pencil and darken the lines once again later. So I did an orange color. You can see a lot of white gap. That's okay because we're going to mix the next light tone. Yellow orange. Okay, yellow orange or normal yellow. Any yellow is fine. This is yellow orange. And I'm going to mix it so that I can, you know, cover that tiny gaps.
We have a question from Preeti.
Mm-hmm.
What type of brown is it exactly?
So this is written brown number 8 from Pentel set.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
brown. It's just written brown. Maybe if they are using a different brand of color, you can check for burnt sienna. Burnt sienna
Mm-hmm.
is the closest name.
Burnt sienna.
Yeah, because each name, I mean, each brand has a different name for their colors. So just take a similar color from your set. Oops. And I'm trying to fill all the tiny gaps. And don't touch on the colored area because it will spread because it's oil pastels. It's softer. Yes, we finished it and you can look at the finishing. Nice. It looks like a painting, right? And if you want brown again, you can take your brown color again and, do a little bit more shading. Those who like to add some tiny lines just to show the fur on the body, you can just use, that these are all optional thing. I didn't do that there. So I'm giving you some extra tips. If you want to add some lines, you can do it with brown color too. Yeah. Yes. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for everywhere on this red area, okay? Start with the brown, give a border, then we can take orange, fill it softly, then take your next color and give a nice finishing. So I'm doing a little bit quickly, okay? So you just take your time slowly and do it. You need a nice finishing. And please share your work if you finished. Just share your work in our community so I can see that. See here you can see it is a small shape and I don't have space to blend these three colors. So I just fill it with the brown. See, if you have a smaller space, you can just use one single color. And border is really important. That means most of the time when we color with crayons or oil pastel, we'll miss the sides. We'll simply color in the middle and then we'll skip the sides and it won't look nice, okay? And I can see in many, you know, in many coloring artworks in oil pastel artworks. Yeah, most of the time kids you'll forget that. You'll forget to color the sides neatly. So the sides is really important. Finish the sides first and then you have to move on to the big large areas of the shape. Yeah, I finished this orange. Then I'm going to take my yellow orange and I'm going to fill this entire area. And there is no rule or anything like that in this one. Okay, these things I got from my experience. So if you have another method of coloring and you like it, and if you're getting a good results with that, you can carry on with that. Okay. So there is no particular rule or something like that. Everybody should enjoy art. And I'm teaching like 17 years now. So I know the mistakes you're making with each medium, so that's what I'm explaining when I'm doing some classes like this. Yes, I finished this part too. And again, if you want to add some lines to add the texture of the body, you can take your brown color and add few lines. It's a little bit difficult, okay, because we already finished that. So to add one more color above, it's a little bit difficult with this, color, but you can press tiny bit harder. Just make some lines if you want, okay? This is completely optional, adding these lines. And then I'm going to do this tiny part. Yes, orange. Yeah, I think this is two colors are enough because it is kind of a smaller space. Yeah, finish with two colors there. And I'm going to keep it upside down so I can color this without touching this part. Okay, so just keep your drawing accordingly. So you should not touch this colored area, or else you can cover it with a white sheet of paper. Yeah, when you do this part. I think that I can do that, so it will look better with the straight view. So take a white sheet of paper and cover the colored area so it won't spread, smudge the colors.
Miss Nimi, do you have any tips after all the colorings, like how they can preserve?
Oh, okay. So you can do two things. One is just to keep it inside a plastic file. Another thing is that every artist is doing that method. Okay, you can use a fixative spray after your oil pastel work. So that will preserve your work and it won't smudge again if you spray that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They can use, I think, mode podge also will work, like one layer of mode podge. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a glue, transparent glue. Maybe you know that, like, craft, those who are doing craft, they have some. So just check it, okay? I'm not sure about it. Mode podge is a good thing. You can take and do a layer of mode podge on top of it, or else you can. The professional way is using a spray, fixative spray.
Okay. We'll put it in the chat so they can
Yeah.
keep it in mind.
Yes, fixative. There are different sprays, okay? So when you buy the spray, you just make sure it is for oil pastels and drawings.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it for charcoal and oil pastels. Some sprays are only for oil painting, acrylic. So different sprays, and it looks similar, the bottle. So just check that.
Okay.
There is a recommended material in our website. You can check that. It is the exact one. That is a cheaper one available, I think.
We have a question from Pretty, where we can get the clear folder to put in it.
Oh, I bought
Clear.
it from Amazon actually. Yeah, I just oh, I don't have it now here. So it is a clear, clear covers that you can put on that file, that big file. Normally, kids will use in the school. It was actually in the school list, so I bought it from Amazon. Yeah, if I get, I'll just put it in the website too. Maybe we can do that, right, Twinkle? That material. That's really good for preserving the artworks, especially the papers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just filling this lighter color with yellow orange. I mean, doing the lightest color here. And you can see a lot of, oil pastel things. Don't touch and don't spread with your hand. It'll spread everywhere. So just blow it off.
Mhm. I will put in the description later all the material links for it so they can visit, check out.
Yes. Yeah. I'm adding that lines. So to add
Yeah.
the lines, I'm just following that, the wavy, the same type of curve along this wavy line. So
Mm-hmm.
you can see it is kind of bending, it's coming down. So that's it. So we finished the squirrel. Oh, I forgot to do the gray part. So this gray part is completely optional. Okay. So I like this too without any color. Yeah, I'll show you anyway. The gray border.
Mm-hmm. What you called it, Miss Nimi? Is it the value, the contrast?
Sorry.
What you called it, like the different layers and the colors? You
Oh,
said it before. Is it the value, right?
yeah, the value. So yes, it's just a value means exactly means the lightness and darkness of shapes, and that value is giving 3D structure for the one particular object. So if something is 2D on a flat surface, you can add values like darker and lighter tones, so it will look like a little bit 3D. Okay, according to how much value you are adding. So there are different ranges, like 10 different type of values you can add, or you can just do three or two values. So here you can see maybe it can be one, two, one dark and one medium light. That's it. Okay. Here you can see kind of lighter value and a little bit very light value. So according to how many, the range of values, your object will look more three-dimensional or more realistic to the eyes. This is one simple way of adding values. Yeah, these are all big words, but don't worry about it. Just darkness and lightness of each shape. Value is really important in art. So when you learn art, that is one of the main thing we'll start with. And how this light is falling on one object, like a sphere or a rectangle, and how we can, give darkness and lightness, how the surface is affecting this particular object, how this light. So sometimes we can see if you are taking a photograph of a portrait, if you're sitting inside a red room, so you can see
Mm-hmm.
some reflected lights on the face. That is,
Mm.
yeah, so photographers will make use of all that, things. So that light is called a reflected light. That means the light, that light from the source is falling on the surface, on the surrounding area, and that is reflecting back to the object we are focusing. So that is also part of value study and all. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we will not go into that far for the kids, we'll just do yeah.
Okay.
So we finished this one. You can use any color for the leaves. Maybe you can use yellow ochre. I'm going to change a little bit. Okay, I'm using yellow ochre. Here I'm using yellow ochre,
Mm-hmm.
darker yellow. Here I used a normal yellow and green color. So any color is fine. So I just want to show you this color is also okay.
We have
Brown.
a question from SP.
Mm-hmm.
Our oil pastels get patchy. How to avoid what? Patchy.
Uh,
Hmm.
maybe is this thing you can clean up? Is it about the
Mm-hmm.
cleaning method? You can use a paper towel to clean the tip of the color. um, if you're using a good quality of color, maybe you can blend nicely. So if your
Mm-hmm.
quality is not good, maybe you cannot add more, more layers or mix it. So I think I didn't understand that word. I think
Yeah.
that is all about the quality of the material. I think if you have a very good quality, this is just a beginner quality and it is good, but some are really bad. Okay, you cannot blend colors on top layers. So if you finish one layer, we cannot add any layers. So is there anything related to that? You can clarify that question, we can answer it. And I'm going to add one tiny dot with white color, just to add a little bit of highlight for the icon. Yeah. And finally, you can do this background. See, you choose any color you like. I'm taking some lighter green. This is called, oh, the name is yellow green, I think. In my set, it is called yellow green, something like that. Just remove that paper and the name is not there. Yellow green or light green. And for this one, you notice another thing, I used vertical lines for this area, so it will look like grasses. So just choose
Mm-hmm.
the the angle of the lines according to the shape or the texture of that object. So this look better with vertical lines. And if you want, you can take your green, deep green or light green, and you can add few lines later. Okay, I'm just giving you in just
Mm.
another green, adding one more layer.
Like adding details is important too.
Yeah, yes. And if you have a bigger space, sometimes kids will take the side and then they will feel like this, and this is not a proper way. Yeah, sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah, I will also do it, but it won't give a good result. Here you can see I just did it because I
yeah.
didn't. But it is not a good way to get a good result. So use lines with the tip of the color.
Hmm. Like follow the direction of the drawing
Yeah.
when you're coloring too. Okay. Hmm.
Yes. Just follow the direction of the lines.
Okay. This coloring thing is kind of
Yeah. This.
healing part too. Like
Yeah.
it's calming, you know.
If you're listening to music and if you're doing your
Yeah.
work, so if there is nobody at home, it is easy. You don't need.
Since
You
it's
want to,
weekend, yeah, they can try it. They can draw anything.
yes. Won't give any distraction. Just kind of very meditative feel, repeating the same thing again and again, without too much
Mhm.
thinking. We
It's
just need to,
satisfying. Yeah.
yeah, I just need to enjoy that, the strokes and the colors.
The process.
Yeah, the process.
Yes. Just
Just,
watching you right now.
see, I'm trying to do it a little bit faster, so
Mhm.
it's okay. Take your own time, slowly finish it. It's not easy. Doing coloring a larger area, it will take more than maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes if you do it properly. Okay, so I'm trying to do it tiny bit quickly.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kiranmai? Kiranmai, can we do a rainbow? Yes, I think we
yeah,
can.
that's a good suggestion. We can do a rainbow in the sky. Yes, that's a very good idea. Then my And if you want to draw something, from your imagination, so you'll get that question always. How can we
Mhm.
draw from imagination? So that is a myth. Actually, you cannot draw anything from your imagination. If you want to draw some shapes, you should see from with your eye, and you have to observe it clearly, and you have to practice it. Okay. For example, if
Mm.
you know the squirrel, but when you actually sit and draw, maybe that is the time you're thinking, oh, what is the shape of the ear, what is the shape of the eye, and what
Yeah.
is the angle it is making with the that particular gesture. So if you want to draw from imagination, you have to observe and you have to practice two things. So
Mm.
maybe seeing is not enough, observing is the correct word. Just observe it, and try to practice by looking at the actual thing or looking at the image, the picture.
Mhm.
So that practice will give you you know a lot of idea. So just practice, and that will be in your memory, so you can take that memory from your brain anytime. Maybe that is the thing we are calling from imagination. So it is already stored in your brain, so you can take anytime. So some kids, they like to draw Star Wars characters, all this
Yeah.
Marvel, because they know that they observe it clearly. They know the shapes, they know the angles, the lines. That's why they can recreate it. So it is not from their imagination; it's already from their brain because they are observing it very clearly. So if you know something, you can draw. Otherwise, you cannot draw. So
Yeah.
there is no word like in imagination. So it's already there in your brain. So I draw a lot of memory things from like the plants, leaves that I saw from my childhood days. Okay, because that is stored already in my memory. So I know the shapes, I know the color, and I can feel that. So I can recreate it easily. So there is no word like imagination or anything. You have to learn how to observe and you have to study that object clearly. So you can recreate anytime you want.
Okay. We have a question from Pravi Kumar. How
Mm-hmm.
to draw carefully without going inside the bush? 7-year-old Rishwita. Hello, Rishwita.
Oh, okay.
How to
So
draw?
Okay, that you will get by practice only. You know, when we start, we will make mistake, and all the colors will go outside. You can see some colors, went a little bit inside, so it's okay. So when you practice, you can control the pencil and colors neatly, so you can improve
Mhm.
on it. Okay, so Rishita, don't worry if that is going outside or inside. Now that's fine. You just practice, you will get good control over your pencil, so the grip will be good when you practice, so you will be better. Okay, just practice it. So a lot of lines. So another exercise what we are doing is like take some rough papers like a copy paper or something, and we'll practice lines. So it will look really funny. It will look really simple and easy, but that's a very good practice, and we have to do 100 times. That means you have to take few papers and then mark
Mhm.
some dots. Okay, and then you have to try to join these two dots
Oh,
with one single line. There is no erasing, and you can draw 100 in 100 paper. This is one good practice, so this will improve the fine motor skill and your eye and eye and hand coordination.
I
So
can
just
do
go.
that.
Yeah, so I'm just seeing these two dots. Okay, and I want to join, so sometimes it will go like this.
Mm.
Yeah, so then the line will not be straight, but this is a very good practice for beginners like kids, and also for the adults, those who want to do a professional way of doing that.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
the basic thing.
Yeah, I can practice it.
Yeah. Yes.
Rear close. Oh, dark green.
Sorry, what is the question? Is there any question?
No, we don't have any questions right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm using deep green now. I have actually four greens or something, so this is deep
Mm.
green from my side. It's really dark. It's kind of a darkest olive green. Yeah, something like that. I like this color. So this will give a high, you know, value range, lighter and darker, different ranges. So it's good. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
I'm
it.
curious, Miss Nimi, how old are you when you start, drawing?
Oh, maybe I'm 3 years old, 2 years old.
Oh,
I don't know. Just like everybody else. And if you want to follow your dream, maybe you have to practice. So I just
yeah.
follow it just like you. Yeah. Okay. And I will fill this entire area with blue color later. But if you want to do some clouds or rainbow, or if you want to add something else in the background, you can do it. Okay. Just anything is fine. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to do exactly like what I'm doing, but this is one thing you can do. Okay, maybe you can fill this entire area with this blue color, and I will share this in the, yeah, maybe we can put it in the image, right? The YouTube cover image, so they can see the finished
Yeah,
one.
we can.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Continue work, just finish it and share with me. Okay, in the group or in community, anywhere. Okay.
You can join our Facebook community, Nimis Art, and Instagram. You can follow Miss Nimi, Nimis Art. The same with everything, social media channels, Nimis Art.
Yes.
And then, if you have any queries, you can email us at hello@nimisart.com, and we will be there to answer your questions.
Yeah. I'm going to put this line so I will not forget the direction of the lines.
Mm,
Yeah. But this is completely optional. You can do some few clouds like this, or you
mhm.
can draw rainbow, you can draw birds, trees, or some flowers, or you can just keep it white without drawing anything in the background. That is also okay.
Okay.
Anything you like. Yes.
Yeah. What colors can we use for the bird?
Oh,
From Maki.
okay. If I'm using, maybe I will use some. Maybe I'll use some red for this wings
Mm.
and red for this one, and then maybe a pale blue or yellow color. Yeah, I think yellow color for this tummy. Yeah, and then
So cute.
and then pink color for the top part. Okay, this this back of the body and this part. So just just take any color you like, but do it neatly. Maybe
Mm.
choose these colors. I'm choosing, and an orange color for the beak too. Yeah, I think this is fine. But any color is okay. So if you already have blue color in the around this bird, maybe you have to choose another color. Okay, take the colors according to the background of your picture.
And if they want to enroll in our October classes, they can visit nimmisart.com and you can see the online art classes page there. We have two modes, and you can choose the availability of time slot that you will have.
Yeah,
I will put in the description all the details later so they can visit anytime.
so I'm doing it a little bit faster, but I will fill this smaller gaps. Okay, with one more layer. This finishing is really important to me because I don't
Mhm.
want something unfinished. So I'm simply doing, but I will fill this entire gap once again with one more layer of same color. Okay, this is just for you to see this. See here, I mixed some green into the background. That's okay. We don't need to separate these two. It's okay. Some greens are mixing into the blue color. That's all part of the the oil pastel coloring. Nothing wrong in that.
Can we color this later too? Yes, you can, Madhu.
You can color this, anytime you like. So I'm just showing how you can choose the colors, how you can, mix the colors. That's it. You can simply watch it. And you can do anytime you like it. You like to do. Okay. So I'm stopping the, this session now, but I told you I'll fill this entire area one more time. I'll fill it neatly and I'll show you. Okay.
Mhm.
Just put it in the camera image so you can see the clear finished one. This will take a little
We
bit
have
more.
this question from Sheila M. Can you please put the bird back up, Miss Mimi? What do you mean back up?
Okay, I think here, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My bird flew away. So yeah. So if you want to do, you can do it on a different paper and just take a cut out of it and then you can paste it too. So just like a collage, you can do your work.
Thank you, everyone, for joining today. Really appreciate this. Thank you, Sheila. Welcome.
Thank you so much, guys. So happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend. Yeah.
So
And watch out. We will do a lot of free YouTube live drawing, Miss Nini, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure that you will subscribe in YouTube channel and hit the bell button so you'll be get notified when we go live or we have new videos uploaded.
Yeah. So we'll try to do every month like
Yeah,
this. Yes. Yes. So
perfect.
so let's. say bye now.
Yeah, I think it's time. Looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining. If you want to join our October classes, you can visit again nimisart.com. Can you share it the screen? Wait. You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go to the website nimisart.com and then click the online art classes, and you will see all of the details there from October classes. So yeah, that's it. And you can join our FB community, Nimis Art, and Miss Nimi will be there to, post. You can post your artwork, and Miss Nimi will give feedbacks inside. So I think that's it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. I had
Thank
fun.
you, everyone. Have a happy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I want
we
to see
will.
everyone's drawing and coloring. Okay, just share with me. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank
Yes,
you,
and we
Twinkle.
will upload the replay later, so yeah, you can draw again or complete your drawing.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. See you again next week,
Bye.
guys.
Yeah. Bye.